a neat trip or something, you know. And we were kind of taught before we left to, you know, answer people, you know, 30-second response or a 2-minute response or a 10-minute response, because some people can't handle the reality of a situation like that. So some people, I would say, it was quite challenging. Some of my clients, I would say, it was quite challenging. And I would leave it at that because I knew that they couldn't or didn't want to hear anymore. Other people would want to know more. Other people would invite me over for dinner, and I would share with their families, share some of the pictures I took. And it changed my attitude when I came home. When I came into my house, I came in and I started crying. I thought, you know, I have this beautiful 3-bedroom ranch home, which is just a moderate, you know, it's just a basic home in America, you know. But I started thinking about how many Indonesian people I could put in my house. I could have probably 15 people living comfortably in this house and 10 more in the backyard, 20 more in the backyard. And those were the thoughts that I was experiencing about, you know, people's needs that people have. And trying to find the balance between the things that we do have and then seeing other people who don't have things and trying to find out somewhere where that balance is. So I think over the past year and a half, I hold on to my things loosely.
A trip like this changes you, and you have to put so much time into the preparation, and the next amount of energy has to be put into the reinsertion and readjustment back into life in America. And the trip itself, it seems like it's over in a flash. And yes, it's intense, and yes, it's draining, but so much more work has to be done before you go and after you come back.
When I was in Indonesia, I was frustrated by what little we would get done in 2 weeks. And we all talked about it. It almost seemed futile that we'd be there for 2 weeks and then we'd be gone, and we thought we'd barely make a dent. I remember leaving a little house in the village one afternoon, and it was right after my battery died, and I was getting in touch with my emotions, and I was walking through the village, and the barge again was right there. To my team, I said, I'm a contractor, I'm a builder. I could rebuild all these houses. I could build every single house in the village. You know, and I got that realization that I couldn't stay there any longer, and I had no tools, and that wasn't my purpose of being there, but I felt very helpless about that. And so while I was there, I got kind of a picture in my mind one day that I kind of pictured our team walking down into a village on a roadway, and there was a big, huge boulder in the way. It was so big that we couldn't pass through. We couldn't get to the village. And so all we could do is take out hammers and chisels, and we started chiseling away this big, huge boulder, all 9 of us. Chiseling away, we made little progress, very little progress. And then our 2 weeks was up, and so we felt frustrated. But as we turned around to go home, there was another team behind us. And then behind them was another team, and another team, and another team. And that's kind of the picture that is motivating me to do this video. That I want to project and motivate people to give 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 week of their time and go help people who are less fortunate than we are.
When I was getting ready for the first trip in Ghana to 86, a gentleman sat us down and told the team, he said, you'll be able to see patients from sunup until sundown, and it'll be a mere drop in the bucket on a population scale. You will have impact on individual patients, yes, but he said, I want you to understand that the greatest person that's going to be impacted is you yourself. He said, I want you to come back having a better sense of how to read Accounts in Time magazine, of how to consider things like the U.S. government's policies on foreign aid, a different sense of how you should be interacting with your neighbors and with your community and with needs that we have in this country as well.
There's other places besides Indonesia and Africa. There's Milwaukee, there's Chicago, there's downtown Waukesha, there's Habitat for Humanity. So I would just encourage people just to get out of their comfort zone. Just walk out of their comfort zone for a short time and go there and do something. Volunteer to build or paint or farm or do medical clinics or anything that you do or you can do just to help somebody who's less fortunate. And that gives you an incredible perspective of life. That life isn't just all about us. That really we're really fulfilled when we're helping other people as well.